Tucson's new police chief describes himself as an optimist, and he must be. Budget cuts will mean a drop in approximately 100 officers from the Tucson Police Department in the coming year, and yet Magnus says he will use a national police task force plan to improve your service at the same time. That plan is getting back to the basics, to the foundation of any police force, the patrol officers.
Many of the officers that were working other kinds of details outside of patrol are now coming back to patrol. So we'll actually have a larger patrol presence than we've had in the past out on the streets.
Another part of the plan is to make the police department more transparent and accountable. Right now, only about 1/5 of officers wear body cameras. That could change relatively soon.
We, in fact, have a pending grant from the Bureau of Justice Assistance out of Washington that I hope will be successful in obtaining, that would allow us to outfit the remainder of our patrol officers with body cameras probably closer to the end of the year.
Of course, the officers won't be the only ones with cameras. Both in Tucson and other cities, we've seen the public take an active role in getting video of police, sometimes casting them in a very poor light.
Does that make the job a little more challenging? In all fairness, I think it does. But is that causing officers to step back from doing their work? I don't think so.
Chief Magnus also is instigating the same strategy he used in Richmond to enlist citizens as partners in the fight against crime.
The only way we could do that was to get officers out into those neighborhoods, have them become familiar, almost a neighborhood fixture, out of the cars, on bikes, at neighborhood meetings, stopping by businesses, schools, churches, other places, really getting to know community on a first-name basis.
When it comes to property crimes, Tucsonans often have criticized the police for not only showing up late, but also lack of follow-up.
I'd like to give officers, first of all, more time to be able to really help people who have been victims of these crimes. I'd like to even take a step back and have officers more engaged in neighborhoods so that we can create a culture of prevention that helps us cut down on the number of some of these crimes in the first place.
The chief is looking at the next year as one of reorganization to regain financial footing with a smaller force of approximately 850 officers. He's hoping in future years to rebuild the force and eventually get manpower back up to near 1,000.